Video, we are trying to solve this Leetcode problem named as same tree. So it is another important problem based on tree. I know that it is marked as easy, but it is very important problem, and most of the time it comes an interview. Okay, so first of all we read out the problem statement and then we think about the intuition of the problem and then we implement the solution part in C++. So problem statement is very simple. Given that root of two binary tree P and Q, write a function to check if they are same or not. Okay. So two binary tree considered is same if they are structurally identical and the node have the same value. So this means you are given that a binary tree name as P and a binary tree name as Q, and P and Q is the root of the both of the tree. So you have to just check that both are identical or not. So this means what the meaning of identical? Both structure is same, both structure is identical, and the node value is same. This means this is 1 and this is 1, then both are same and both structure is same. Then we go to the left call of P and go to the right left call of Q. This is P and this is Q. So left of P this is 2 and left of Q this is 2. This structure is same and both value is also same. And obvious for right, P right is 3 and Q right is 3. Both structure is same and value is same. So this means the overall structure and the value of each node is same in the tree. So this means the value, this means you have to return true. Okay. But in case, let us see example 2. So in this case, the root of P and Q is same. Then we go to the left of P root and left of Q there is no root. So this means the structure is not same. So whenever the structure is not same, this means they are not identical. So hence we have to return false. Okay, and come to example 3. Then you check again. This is P and this is Q. Then root of P and Q is same. Then you iterate to the left of P and check this is 2, and you iterate to the right of left of Q and you check that it is 1. Both structure is same but the value is not same. This means there is 2 present and here is 1 present. So this means the both value are not same. So this means it's also not identical. So you have to return false. So this is the all the 3 example. Okay, and if you think about the intuition of the problem, then you also realize that there are only 3 cases may be possible here. That suppose you have checked that the value present at Q means a node present at Q left, sorry this is P, the node present at P left and node not present at Q left. This means you have to return false. Okay, vice versa is also true. Suppose the P value to the right means the right of P there is a node present and right of Q there is not a node present. So this means this is also you have to return false. So this means the case of presenting to a value present to left of P and not present to right of left of Q. So this means this is invalid. Same as for right case, the value present to the P right and not present to the Q right. So this means this is not valid. So you have to check. Okay, first of all you have to check the value is present to both of the structure and then check the values equal to value of node are equal or not. So this means suppose for example 3 you check that okay 1 is present, then iterate for the left iteration, and again for Q we iterate to the left iteration and check okay both value are present. So this means if both the nodes are present, then check okay both value are equal or not. If both value are also not equal, then you have to just return false. So it's simple that you have to check that in left and right both value are present or not. First of all we have to check both structure is same or not. So you have to check both value present is not present or not. If both are present, then you have to check okay both value are equal or not. If both value are not equal, then you have to just return the value of false. Okay, so this means you have to check the tree is same or not. Okay, so this is P and this is Q. So this is the intuition of the problem, and we know that the number of node in the range of 0 to 100, and the number of node in from 0 to 100, and the number of node value is 10 power 4. So log n complexity, you have to pass the test case. Okay, so this is the overall idea of problem. Then we have to implement the solution. So first of all, I write down the solution, then I explain how actually code work. So this is so I implement this part, and I try to submit and try to run, dry run. Okay, it work. So I implement this solve function. So basically it's a boolean type, and suppose if both the tree are same tree, then it return a value of true, and if both are not equal to same, then it return a value of false. So basically I pass the root of both tree as p root and as q root. Okay, and I recursively check that. Okay, and I explain you with example one. Suppose I recursively check, like this is p and this is q, and I check that, okay, if p value are not is equal to q value, and that this is not true, so I am not going to this if condition, and I again check, okay, go to the p left and go to the q left. Okay, now p left is 2 and q left is also 2. Okay, so I check is anyone is null. No, this means there is no null case. Okay, there is no null value. Then again I check, okay, if both value of p are not equal to q value, then I check, okay, this is not true because p value is equal to q value. So this means I am again check that, go to the p left and again go to the q left, and again when I go to the p left and I again go to the q left, so both p and r q same, means both p and q are null. So when both p and q are null, so this means check if is both p and q are same. Yeah, both are null. So if both are null, then you have to return a true value. Basically p is equal to q, then you have to true value. So return a true value and comes to this point, and so this means at a point of 2, at a node of 2, and in the left call you have to return true value, and same for the right call, this p value is right is also null, and this q right is also null, and again I check, okay, both are null, you have to return true, and for this by this recursion call, so you have to return true and you have to return true, and again you have to return true and again you have to return true, and you get a value of true. So this means you return a value of true, this means both tree are same. So this is very simple case, means this is very example one. So you have to return a value of true. Okay, so I get a value of true. But now check for example 2, and remember this is the case you have to check the structure. You have to check the structure is same or not, and this is the value. So this means I write like this is structure you have to check. Okay, structure, and this is check the node value same or not. Okay, node value same or not. Okay, so let's dry run this case. Okay, this is p value and this is q value. Okay, then I call as, and first of all I check is anyone is null, so there is no null case.
and I check if p value is not is equal to q value, I not go to this if condition. Okay, now I go to the p left and again I go to the q left. So I go to the p left and I go to the q left. Now I get that okay, p left is 2 but q left is null. So again as recursive call I get okay, p q is equal to null. Yeah, here is the q is equal to null. So I check okay, is both p and q is same, means both structure is same or not. Then I realize that okay, p value is the integer but q left is a null value and both are not same, so this means you have to return false. So I return a value of false from this. Okay, so and I obvious write as left call as a left and right call as a right, then is any one of a case is a false, then you know that and operator is anyone is false, then at end it always return a false value. So I get a at the end of a value as a false. So this means the overall tree is not equal to same. So this means you have to return false. And for this case, obviously when you drive, then you found that okay, this is p, this is q. If you go to if you call the value of p left and call the value of p q left for this by this call, then I go to the again recursion call and I check okay, both p value and q value is same or not. Then I found that I am not going to this if condition, but a p value is not is equal to q value, and for by this condition I return a value of false. Again I return a value of false from here and I return a value of false from here. So any one of the left and right is false and I use AND operator, then overall I get a value of false. So that's my, so that's the tree is not as identical, so I again return as value of false. So in this case, you know that this is very simple structure to call a recursive call in a tree for left call and again for a right call. This is the base case when I have to check that both structure is same or not, and this is the case when you have to check both value are same or not. Okay, and this is the case you know that is any one of is written false, then the tree is overall not a same, so you have to return a false. So this that's why I use an AND operator. So it is a very identical problem. Okay, so thank you. I first of all I try to submit. Yeah, it pays. Sorry, it work. Okay, so thank you everyone.